An update for you for the mounting hardware for the Demilight version 0.9.6, which will use these funky looking mounting holes, these sort of cruciform cross-like shapes. You see, up until now, up until version 0.9.4, this has been the mounting solution. There are two M3 threaded heatset inserts that go into each and every base of the Demilight, into these two little holes, and then the idea is you would use two little M3 screws to hold whatever your hanging hardware was in place. You can see I've put a little hole in the roof of these little hooks so that you could put an Allen wrench down in there and tighten those bolts. This works fine. The heatset inserts are a little bit fiddly to get into a precise position inside these prints. You can tell these ones didn't get seated quite all the way, and so the screws didn't go in all the way, and so this hook is loose. This is also just 4 more bits of hardware that anyone who wants to build one of these and hang them has to buy. You know, you have 2 inserts and 2 screws, and since these things typically only come in packs of 25 or 50 or 100, it starts to become a burden if you only want to make a couple of these. So for version 0.9.6 and on, we'll be going to a fully 3D printed solution using something like this. This is a sample clamp. It has 2 parts. It has this little snap fit pin and then the actual hook or hardware that goes on top of that. That pin goes into these holes in either one orientation or 90 degrees to that orientation, which keeps everything aligned. And because we have matching holes on either side, we can either put the pins in parallel like this to hang on a pipe or say on one side of a piece of truss, or they could go front to back like this and they could hang on both members of a piece of truss. This truss design, I should say, is not mine. This is from D3D Designs over on Prusa Printers. I'll put a link in the description to that. Really cool system, lots of interesting parts and connectors and sizes. There's lots of different things you could do for what these hooks or hangers actually are. These are just a snap fit design, so they go onto the truss and they snap into place. I also included these 2 small indentations here for inserting little rare earth magnets into, so you could stick this to something magnetically. And on the advice of some folks on the stream the other night, I added this position where you could install a safety cable. The shrouds for those mounting pin holes do impinge onto the interior of the body a little bit, but this actually has a neat unintended consequence of basically cradling the PCB in place. The Demilight PCB is held in place by just one screw, right here. And in older versions of the PCB, it was really a struggle to wiggle that PCB around and get it in the right place to line up with that hole, and then try and get the single mounting screw in without the PCB moving. But those posts now hold the PCB in just the right place while you get the screw in and give it a little bit of mechanical reinforcement. I'm waiting for the assembled PCBs to be arrived and tested before I officially release version 0.9.6, but the files for this are already up on the build website, jeff.glass/demilight/build, for this part and also for a new lid part. Nothing terribly different about this, just some fillets along these edges because I noticed that these tabs for holding the pan servo were breaking out a lot. So that's what I've got. I'm trying out this new more casual style of update videos because it means I can release videos more often. Let me know in the comments what you think. Happy building, y'all.